Hi, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us. I just want to give me a minute just with some technology here. Yeah, this isn't showing yet, but happy Friday and welcome to another amazing virtual summit with Empowered Talks. Today's theme is uh, Goal Junkies. I almost forgot the name of my own thing. So it's January, and it's January of a very powerful year. Hi, Lori.
Hi.
And we're just joined here by Lori. So um, January's this is a very powerful, energetic year. And January 25th, tomorrow, we have a crazy, awesome planetary alignment. And so this is the perfect time for us to be doing this because we're here to help empower you. The speakers here and the sponsors have all paid to be here. So we're all here to help empower you, and we're giving it to you for free. So please enjoy this. And I am not going to waste any more time with this because I'll be talking a little more later on. I am going to introduce you to Lori McNeil. If you don't already know her, she is absolutely an amazing media expert, and I'm sure she'll tell you a little bit more about herself. Please listen up, get a journal, get a paper, get pen, and start writing because she is full of amazing information. Always. She never disappoints. This is always the way it is. So get ready, sit down and get ready. Go, Lori.
Thank you so much, Marianne, for having me. What an amazing opportunity to kick off a new year by talking about goals. So I am so excited and so honored to be a part of this event and to be the opening keynote for this event. I always enjoy being on your stages, Marianne. So thank you so much for having me again. I wanted to really focus on not only goals, but goals as they pertained to media marketing and branding. So if you've heard me speak at all ever, this is something that I live, eat, breathe, and sleep. But I thought, what a great way to start the year by talking about what it means to actually set the goals and set the intention in these foundational areas for your business. So, like Marianne said, hopefully you have a pen and paper and you're ready to take notes because I'm going to be dropping as many nuggets as I can over the next 30 minutes or so. So if you don't know me, my name is Lori McNeil. I'm an international business strategist that specializes in media, branding, and marketing. And yes, I do travel the globe. I have people ask me that all the time. Yes, I actually just got back from the Dominican, from Puerto Rico, and from I think San Juan. I don't know. I've been all over the place, but I do it on a regular basis, and I have clients and companies that I help all over the world. I love what I do, and if you don't know part of my story, I'll just tell you really quick that I have been in media specifically since I was 11 years old. So I did my first live radio remote when I was 11. I found myself in a very controversial political situation where I had a microphone shoved in my face for the first time, and I was asked a whole bunch of questions. Never been in that position before at 11 years old. And what I realized at that point was the power of media, because I found myself in a situation that I knew absolutely nothing about, being a young girl trying to operate a business on a public sidewalk. But what I realized was that there were people that came from hundreds of miles away that had heard me on the radio that wanted to know what was going on and wanted to support a young entrepreneur and wanted to stand behind what was right. And that's when this light bulb in my mind went off with, how can I do this more intentionally? How can I build relationships with the media? If this kind of happened by accident and the results were absolutely amazing and my business skyrocketed that year because of that interview, then how can I actually learn more about this and do this more intentionally? And so from that point forward, when I was 11 years old, I actually learned the power of media and how to build those relationships, how to be a better communicator, better person on stage being interviewed, all of those different aspects in order to use media more strategically. Now, it may sound a little bit funny at 11 years old, but I'm telling you, it was a life-changing opportunity for me. And it was from that point forward that I stepped into a whole new world one step at a time, literally, and learned as much as I could about the power of media, branding, and marketing. Now, the understanding of those three things came in that order. So I started off by learning about media, and then added kind of some marketing, some more traditional old school ways of marketing. Of course, this is quite a while ago, before social media, and started navigating those two things. The branding was added later between, and so in that order, I learned the foundational power of what I call now the trifecta of those three things, and building the foundation for any business, and how absolutely vital it is for any business owner and any entrepreneur to understand how those three areas work, and then how they fit together. And one of the most vital things for people to understand is that the marketing gets them in the door and the branding keeps them coming back. And some of you may have heard me talk about that before. That's a question that I get asked a lot. So if you are not familiar with that, I want you to write that down. Your marketing and your branding are very different things. The media is very different. I'm going to talk about that in a minute. But the marketing gets them in the door. The branding keeps them coming back. That right there should be a major game changer for you in understanding how to move forward in your goals and in your strategies in this coming year. So your messaging needs to stay very focused in all of your marketing in three, you've heard me say this before, 3 to 5 main messaging points. Now, the question I get asked a lot is, Lori, why 3 to 5? Usually when you stay focused on that odd number of 3 to 5, as you gain more clarity in who it is, who you serve, the problem that you solve, they will settle into your core 3. So that process will automatically happen the more that you go down this road of stepping into the greatness of who it is that you're supposed to serve and what it is that you do. So start with the 3 to 5. You will end up with 3, the stronger that you get in this process. That means that all of your messaging, whether it's social media, whether it's a newsletter, whether it's a static post, a video, something you're saying from stage, everything that you do should be those 3 main messaging points. Those 3 main messaging points should clearly communicate who you are, who you serve, and the problem that you solve. There should never be any question about who you are and what you do. So that means that the person that you are on stage should be the person that they find on social media. The person that you are on LinkedIn should be the same person that they find on Facebook. Those need to maintain the continuity of those main messages all the time. Now, the other kind of more or less argument that I tend to have with people, because they don't understand how social media works, is they'll say, well, my social media is personal. That's my personal page. That's my personal. Yes, there's a strategy that you use if you want a personal page and a professional page, but you should not be 2 different people. You should not be at rock concerts, let's just say, as an example, on your personal page, and then be a completely different person on the link that you provide for them for a speaking opportunity or for a media opportunity. It's okay to have something going on in your life other than your business, but you should not seem like you're 2 completely different people. So I want you to keep that in mind, because that's very important. And I see this mistake being made every single day, because people think in their minds that they have the right to be whoever they want to be on their personal page. Well, technically, yeah, you do. But then if that messaging is confusing for people, I want you to write this down. A confused mind never buys. So if your messaging is too confusing and they're not quite sure if they can trust you, then that is not going to lead to the relationships and the sales and the impact that you want it to, because a confused mind never buys. So your messaging has to be crystal clear on who you are, who you serve, the problem that you solve, so that they can trust you. You want them to like, know, and trust you. You have to maintain that continuity across all of your messaging at all times. So in your marketing messages, if that is crystal clear, they will then take that next step and want to learn more about you. If you have the visual identifying markers with some very clear branding, then that is actually what keeps them to be one of the things that keeps them to be loyal fans, that keeps them coming back, because you've reached that emotional connection with them. A lot of people make the mistake of creating their logo first. You know, we hear, oh, there's all these free tools out there, and there are, and they're great. And Canva is one of them that I know a lot of you probably use or are familiar with. There's nothing wrong with that, but do not be so quick to go to Canva and create something with some really cool colors and graphics, thinking that you've got to launch your program or you've got to launch your business. There's so much more that goes into creating that logo than what people realize. Your logo is not your brand. Your logo is a visual identifier that allows people to get to know you and like you and trust you more through the emotional connection that the visual identifiers and colors bring out in them. So if you want to make that more emotional connection, even though they haven't met you, okay, you do it from stage in a different way, but I'm talking about through graphics and through colors, then you have to understand what those graphics and colors represent. You can't possibly create a logo if you don't understand very clearly who you are, who you serve, the problem that you solve, your messaging points, and your target audience. The emotion that you're trying to represent, not only in yourself with what I call the branding essence, but also the emotion that you're trying to get them to connect with in order to basically like, know, and trust you. So there's a whole process that you go through. An actual true deep dive branding process takes about 4 to 6 months for most entrepreneurs and companies. So you should have a light bulb going off right now. If you're quick to jump to Canva and you're trying to create that logo and it's maybe taken you an hour, 2 hours, maybe a couple of days, you're probably not doing that deeper dive that you need to do in order to really have those visual identifying markers represent you and the impact and the mission that you're after in the fullest way that you can. So I want you guys to understand that when you back up and you understand the foundational work that has to go into place to creating some of this stuff, then you understand more fully that when you back up, you actually catapult yourself, because not a lot of people are actually putting in the work that they need to put in order to get to where they want to go. I want you to think of it as the tortoise and the hare. We all know who wins that story. Don't allow yourself to get distracted by shiny objects, by the hurry, hurry, hurry culture of doing it so fast that you're not actually doing it the correct way that you should be doing it. So when you think about your goals for 2025, I want you to think about what those goals are, but what you actually need to be doing to put in the work to get you to where you want to go, and not just going so fast and faking it till you're making it, like sweeping stuff under the rug, hoping that nobody will notice and that you'll have time to backfill and catch up. That does not work. That is not a strategy, and will more than likely get you into a lot of trouble when you do that. It's better to take the time from the very beginning and completely plan out your strategy for everything that you want to do so that you are not scrambling later. This is a mistake that I see a lot of people making. So in January of this new year, I wanted to not only offer you some caution as you move through this, but offer you the encouragement that it is possible and that you can do it. You just have to be able to be patient with yourself and understand that it is a process when you're implementing the right strategies, and that because a lot of people aren't doing this, it's going to seem like there's people winning all around you. But a lot of people are actually operating in complete fraudulent ways. And we've all had all kinds of horror stories that we've heard in this space and along our journey. Don't be one of those people. Even if that's not your intent, even if that's not in your heart, you have to be strong and steadfast in what you are doing and understand that you're doing it the right way for the longer growth, for the longer term impact of whatever it is that you're trying to do. So once you understand how the marketing and branding works and how those two things fit together, again, the marketing brings them in, the branding keeps them coming back. Then you kind of add in, so to speak, the media pieces and start to understand how those pieces fit together. Because again, you can't really be in media if you don't understand who you are, who you serve, and the problem that you solve, and can communicate clearly what your process is, what your mission is, what your purpose is. So you have to be crystal clear on understanding how the first two fit together before you can even add the third. Once you add the third, then the trifecta of those three things are what build you a beautiful foundation if you continue on with the strategies and the principles needed in order for those to continue to stay your foundation for your entire business, for your entire purpose and mission. So, because you have to be crystal clear on that in order to communicate it effectively. So when you're focused on your three main talking points, your three main things that you live and breathe every single day, then you're in a better position to answer questions. Now, the fear that a lot of people have with media, especially if it's live television or a podcast, is they say, well, what if I get asked a question that I don't know the answer to? When you are so crystal clear on what it is that you are doing, the question actually doesn't matter. So I want you guys to think about that. The question actually doesn't matter, because you should be able to tweak and spin every single question to your benefit in order to leave that stage. And yes, media is a stage, with the mission that you were there to accomplish, when you're focused on your three main messaging points. So if you have a CTA, if you have a book, if you have those three messaging points that you were there on that stage to leave the audience, the question doesn't matter. You should get asked the question of, what's the weather like on Mount Kilimanjaro this week? You should be able to be super crystal clear in what it is that you're doing, that question does not freak you out. When in most cases, when people aren't prepared, they freeze up and they think, oh my gosh, why are you asking me that? I have no idea. That has nothing to do with why I'm here on stage. So this is why it's important for you to practice as much as possible. Get on those podcasts. Contact your local, newspaper, your local radio, your local media outlets, whatever they are. Do some podcast exchange, if you're just building out and you don't have a huge budget yet, whatever that looks like. But you have options, you have opportunities. We are in an amazing digital information age. You don't have to have a huge budget to continue to build out your media branding and marketing portfolio. So a lot of people think, well, I don't want to waste my time. I don't want to, be on the small stages, so to speak. You are not in the right mindset, my friend. I want you to erase that idea and that thinking from your mind. First of all, there's people out there that need you to show up. They need you to show up and help them and help reach down and help bring them up in any way that you possibly can. You should never have the mindset that you are bigger or better than anyone else. So that's the first thing. Second thing is that all of those opportunities allow you opportunities to practice. You get it so crystal clear in your mind that you get better and better and better all the time. So never underestimate the power of any opportunity ever. So that's the other thing I want you to think about, is that you should be building your portfolio. The other reason for that is that if you want the bigger fish, so to speak, of those stages, of those media outlets, you have to be able to have proof of concept. You have to be able to show them that you care so much about your mission that you are out there doing it right now. You're not just waiting for, the bigger stages and the bigger opportunities, but that you have put in the work. And that when you offer those links for proof of concept, for proof of who you are and what you stand for, that you have a variety of different opportunities to send them so that they can get to know you, like you, and trust you, that you are going to be ready for their platform, that you are going to be ready for their stage. This is a huge mistake that I hear from entrepreneurs every single day, is they think that the smaller stages opportunities are a waste of time. That is absolutely not true. So if you are in alignment with that stage and that opportunity, that's what matters. I get really frustrated when I see on social media that people say, if you want to speak on my stage, you have to have an email list of 5,000, 10,000, 20,000. It's ridiculous. I personally have a problem with that. I do not like it when people make those posts and they're only after the big fish. So that should be a major red flag for you. There are opportunities all around you at any level, any size, stage, it doesn't matter what it is. Never underestimate the power of showing up and the power of being on that stage, regardless. There are people waiting for you, and it's always an opportunity for you to get better and to reach the people that you're meant to reach. So never, ever think that there is a stage that is too big or too small. And I say too big because just remember that you are meant to be in every single room that is in alignment. Never be afraid to be on those big stages. Never be afraid to be in those big rooms, because you are just as qualified and just as meant to be in those big stages as anyone else. So as you move forward in this new year, I want you guys to think about where your mindset is and what needs to be shifted in order for you to go after those big goals that you really, really want, that are deep and desire within you. Napoleon Hill talks about the deep desire of Think and Grow Rich. Those deep desires that are within you, that are burning within you, those thoughts that you can't get in your mind of the things that you want to accomplish in your life, in your world, in the impact that you want to have, they are in you for a reason. That's not just some random idea that you've had and you're kind of wondering, like, am I crazy? Is this going to work? The answer is no, you're not crazy. And yes, it's going to work. So if you have the right strategies and you move forward with very careful, consistent action and the persistence that Napoleon Hill also talks about, the consistent persistency, and you pay attention to what you are doing, you will get there. You need to absolutely eliminate all the competition around you, all the shiny objects around you, and stay laser focused on what it is that you are doing. And you will be that tortoise that wins the race. So you guys, that's what I have for you this morning. Thank you so much. Hopefully you got some nuggets out of that. Hopefully you got some aha moments out of that and that you took some notes. If you even got a couple of things out of what I shared with you this morning, use those to catapult you into this next year that allows you to make the shifts that you need to make in order to make the impact that you were created to make. Remember that you are your brand. You are meant to be in every room. You are created with purpose. And I love doing what I do every single day, which is helping entrepreneurs and business owners just like you get from wherever you are to where you want to be. And more importantly, where you were created to be. Marianne, thank you so much.
Oh my gosh, always like she comes in like a hurricane and just drops all these amazing nuggets all over us. As always, I have like pages of notes and I was trying to write while I was listening and looking, making sure the Facebook is working. And I'm like, oh my gosh, I can't keep up with you. I need my own secretary for you. You know what? It's funny that you mentioned the 5,000 because I saw that post or somebody had posted, and it's not just one person. I know some people do it like this, like
Yeah.
they want your email list and they'll let you come and speak on their summit for free, but they want your email list. And I'm like, wow, 5,000, like hardly anyone has 5,000. People. And if they do, I don't know that, like they've worked so hard for, I don't know. Anyway, I agree. I agree with everything you said. How's that? First of
Yeah.
all, Lori's not feeling well, and neither is her son, and she still came on. So I just want to say an extra special thank you to you for that. This is why I love Lori, because integrity is the name of the game, right? Integrity is one of my favorite things. If you say you're going to be there, be there. The end. It's all amazing. Anyways, thank you so much. I hope you both all feel much better. And I will see you shortly, hopefully soon,
Yeah.
for the next one, February 14th.
Yes.
Join us? Yes, because it's going to be Love Heals, because it's Valentine's Day.
Yes. And actually, I will be at an event in Vegas. So I will be joining you live from a hotel room in Vegas.
Awesome. I love it when she's all like traveling and calls me from all over the place. And then we've got tech issues for like the first 5 minutes.
Yeah.
It's all good. It is so amazing. Anyways, thank you. And I'm going with you to Vegas this year.
Yes. Oh, yes. A different event. Yep.
Am I allowed to say when? No, right?
Nope, not yet.
Not yet. So mind your own business, everybody. No, we'll let you know in time. Don't worry. If in case you want to join us, anything you want to tell us about any kind of project? I know you have your group. Do you want to tell us briefly about your group?
Sure. Business Builders is an amazing group. I bring absolute rock star, amazing people from all over the world to the stage once a month to pour golden nuggets into this private executive global membership group. And Marianne is a part of that. And she can attest to the fact that amazing people are a part of the network and amazing speakers are brought forth regularly. There's weekly trainings, there's networking, there's just all kinds of really cool things. And right now, at the beginning of the year for only a short time. I have it set for a lifetime membership for the $47 a month. It will be going up to $97. It's already gone up a couple of times and it will continue to go up. So it's a very amazing opportunity for you guys to get live coaching, training, networking, amazing opportunities for only $47. So jump in on that at the beginning of this year, because like I said, it will be going up to $97 very shortly. So if you want to be a part of that, I'm going to drop the link right here under this video when I am off stage here, and jump into that and get started. Our next special live guest will be February 3rd. So that is coming up. So now is the perfect opportunity for you to jump in, take advantage of what's going on in the platform, get to know everybody, view some of the trainings I already have in there. And they are all topics. So I am a business strategist, which means I teach all kinds of topics, not just branding, media, and marketing. So when you're a part of that group, you get all kinds of different business growth opportunities, business strategies, grants, course development, financial advice and strategies. Like there's a whole bunch of different stuff, not just branding, media, and marketing. So I wanted to mention that to you because I've been in business for a long time and I teach a lot of different really cool things in that membership, and give you also opportunities to share what you're doing with the global membership as well during those monthly calls. So there's a whole bunch of cool stuff that happens. Don't miss out on an opportunity to jump into this at the beginning of the year for only $47. So I'm going to drop that link. And of course, if you have any questions, you can reach out to me or Marianne, because she's a part of that group as well. But I would love to have anyone interested join that. The timing is absolutely perfect at the beginning of the year.
Yes. She's going to drop it into the chat. Eventually, you won't be able to see it and catch up with it. So please connect with me and I will connect you to Lori, or I will just give you the link and you'll join. And she is equally equal. It's just, okay. When she has the Zoom, first of all, it's 2 hours. It's once a month. It's a 2-hour Zoom with always an amazing speaker. Same thing, pen, paper, and just get ready. If you have something else, and if you have your own secretary and your own assistant, you might want to use them because it's like fire hose information. And then the rest of the time she has recorded material that you can watch over and over again and as many times as you want. And you can watch this also because this also gets posted in the group. So connect with me if you can't find the link and we will get you in there. It is totally worth it. Totally worth it. And anything you want to mention? Because you've got like a string of things. I know.
I know I do have a string of things.
Trips, books, I don't know.
Yeah, so I do have a book in collaboration with the LA Tribune. If you are interested in that, that is an amazing opportunity. And there's red carpet events. There's all kinds of PR and media events. For those of you who are interested, I'm only accepting a total of 10 people. I think I've got maybe 3 slots left. And that is a whole range of amazing opportunities that is in collaboration with the LA Tribune, and through me, all of the partners, because I'm calling everyone, all those 10 people partners, you will be critically acclaimed by their editorial board as a bestseller through the LA Tribune, which is a super unique credential that not a lot of people have. So if you are interested in that, please reach out to me and let me know. We're going to be closing the doors on that very shortly. And Marianne is a part of that as well. She's super excited. That's so I will tell you that that's why she's excited to be in Vegas, because we're going to be having a red carpet event with the LA Tribune, and it's a formal event and it is absolutely awesome. So if you are interested in that, reach out to me ASAP and I will give you more information about that as well. And then just in the last couple minutes we have, just so that you're aware, if you do not know, I am closing the doors on my world tour for 2025. So if you are interested in speaking on any of my M3 World Tour stages, we have some amazing opportunities in 2025. And if you follow me on social media at all, you know that I was all over the world last year hosting events, and I'm getting ready to do it again this year. So we have Maldives, Chicago, London, Dallas, whole bunch of opportunities. If you are interested in being a part of that very special opportunity of speaking as part of the M3 World Tour, that also includes a lot of exposure, a lot of media, a lot of PR, very unique package that opportunity that I designed. That is super cool and super different than what anyone else out there is doing. So I don't want to take up any more stage time now, but if you are interested in speaking, and I only accept 5 speakers per location, and I only have a select few spots left for the year, and then that's it. So if you are interested in that at all, reach out to me and I can give you more information about how you can jump on that world tour stage, because that is an incredible, incredible opportunity as well. Of course, I only do really cool stuff, right, Marianne?
I don't know anything about anything, but I'm in everything she just said. I'm in it all. So
So,
that's it.
Mar-
Some of it's not to be announced yet.
Yeah. So Marianne jumped on board this year in a big way, and she is a part of several opportunities this year. And I'm so excited to be working with her, and I'm so excited for her because it's just going to be a whole bunch of stuff happening throughout the entire year. And so there are a lot of different opportunities. If you don't follow me on social media, follow me, because I'm always posting amazing opportunities to help you guys level up and have greater sales and greater impact. And again, to get you from wherever you are to where you want to be. So please reach out to me. Let's have a conversation about how I can help you meet your goals. Marianne, thank you so much.
This was almost not quite as long as her speech, right? Because she does 600,000 things. And I also know Lori from a long time ago. So thank you, Lori, again, so much for coming here. You're probably going to lose her contact in the chat. If you can grab it, that's great. If not, just connect with me. I will connect you with her on Facebook, no problem, in a chat, and then you can discuss further where you want to go with her and me.
Yes, absolutely. Join us. We're going to be having a lot of fun.
Yeah, because we are. Because Lori and I have known each other for what, like maybe I don't 6 years now, maybe. I don't
At
even know.
least.
6.
Yeah, at least.
I don't. Yeah, something like that. Anyway, it's all good. Thank you so much. I don't want to keep you anymore because I know you got to take your son to the doctor. And thank you again for taking the time to come and pour all over us. Me too. Notes. You should see my notes, but I have to get back to my schedule here so I could see who's speaking next. Thank you so much, Lori.
Thank you so much. Enjoy the rest of the event. Have a great day, everyone. Love you all.
Thank you.